maybe one day this plane will have more glue than parts and foam, I don't know. Because I mean the construction on this TL2000 and from Hobby King is not the greatest, and this one is discontinued, so it will probably never come back, which is a sad thing, because it is a fantastic flying arms airplane, and especially if you're after something really sporty and fun and at the same time rock solid, regardless if you fly it in kind of a strong wind. Also, I think it just handles fantastic. And when I purchased this one, it did come with a float set. And although the float set is really rudimentary and just a little bit weak, and I have glue all over the place, I think this is the one still just flies fantastic. So it might not look the part, because I mean this piece is missing. The battery hatch underneath is just replaced. As you can see, a lot of glue everywhere, but still it just continues to fly. So my aim with this plane then is just to keep on flying it and repair it as long as it will survive. And then when it won't survive anymore, well, I don't know, maybe I'll just hang it somewhere in my summer house then and just have it for display. But for now, I'm just enjoying this one, so let's go to the lake and do another flight on my TL2000. So braking then, or reverse thrust on the avian speed controller, is a really useful feature when you have a float plane, just to maneuver it. Let's get this one going then. A little bit of wind today, but no worries, just start pushing it. Just get kicked around a little bit by the wind. Usually this plane just cuts through the even a little bit of stronger wind really well. Great to do inverted flying with this plane. And in general, just all kind of aerobatics you do with this one is just more or less fantastic. Really precise, well controlled. So I do prefer to fly the TL2000 than with floats, or like in most aspects, compared to even my really great E-flite RV7. RV7 is the same wingspan. It is a more featured plane with lights and also flaps. But when it just comes to as raw flying, I think that the TL2000, as it is more lightweight and just have a more kind of a sleek design to the wing, is it's a more fun plane to fly. So of course, I mean, with the RV7, I can just kick in flaps and go really slow and enjoy it more during kind of dusk flight when there's lower light, just because the LED light set is one of the best on the RV7. Just how this one flies, I think that just more enjoyable. When you have a plane that doesn't really hesitate when you fly it, it's really easy just to make small corrections and make it fly really good.
ESC 10.5 volts, 32 amps, 59 Celsius. ESC 10.5 volts, 32 amps, 59 Celsius.
So just pushing it in the wind, I have a slightly power draw then above 30 amps. So even though I have a 30 amp speed controller inside, I think in burst you can have at least like 40 or 45 amps.
Time remaining 2 minutes.
But I've never ran out of juice then on this plane. Usually, of course, I just set a timer for like 5 minutes, which I think is a good time. Some of the planes, like the Valiant, when I have the E-flite Valiant then running on a 2200 milliamp battery, I can continue to fly for at least like 8 or 9 minutes. But I also get a little bit bored after like 8 or 9 minutes. So I think that 5-6 minutes is just about right, and then just land your plane, have a short break. So I know that some just like to fly for as long as they can, maybe because you only have like one battery. But just looking out, kind of I have a nice 5 or 6 minutes flight time. I think it's just great.
10.5 volts, 28 amps, 63 Celsius. Time remaining 1 minute. Frame losses 13 holds 0.
So 1 minute left on the timer, then I usually just take it a little bit easier, just back off the throttle and have some slower, just more gentle scale passes.
30 seconds.
It's really nice looking plane. I really love the kind of a bubbly canopy.
Frame losses 18 holds 0.
A little bit of a hot landing and just get caught by this kind of seaweed plants. So another enjoyable flight then with this TL2000.